I know, but you hear about things happening at all kinds of places. If they can happen in your backyard, they definitely can happen in the mall. And plus, there are so many people at the mall that people may not notice because they're in their own business, own world, shopping, and needing to get to a certain place. So, I mean, in security, I've never seen security around anywhere at my mall.
We don't live in LA.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it could. Even if there's security in the mall, though, they're not going to be at every place.
In the mall that we're at, there's
a lot of fights where we live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They have
So
security.
they have security everywhere there.
If not security, they have police.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of fights go throughout where we live. The schools, shootings, gangs. There's a lot of bad stuff.
So have you told, I assume that you've told your friends about it and stuff, have you told them, given them any advice on how to prevent something like this from happening to them?
Really, I don't really talk about it, but not too long ago, I just opened up because it was digging inside, and so I wanted to let it out, but I didn't want to let it out to a lot of people to be, yeah, she got, she almost got raped, this and that. I didn't want no rumors or bad stuff going around. So it's who would I open to? And then my mom went on the computer and, found you. And so it's yeah, I would want to go to talk show and talk about it. But
so you're kind of getting it out to the public as opposed to just staying within your group of friends and hoping that somebody else out there can learn something from your experience and try to protect themselves, at any age. And I think, that's important that we realize that it can happen right in your own backyard and that you can walk in. I mean, but that's scary because then you feel like there's nowhere you can be safe.
Well, it's not so much always living in fear, because that's what I tell her, it just happened, you know what I mean? Right. And stuff like that's going to happen. I mean, look at the way this world's going. But the issue is to always be aware of your surroundings. Right. Don't get too comfortable, you know what I mean? Because once you get comfortable, anything can happen and you catch you off guard. And that's what happened to her. She got comfortable. She got comfortable. Well, you get comfortable in your own neighborhood. You know everybody. You didn't think something like that. Like I got comfortable, and that really put me into an awareness.
Really, in what way?
And to watch, with her, even myself, when I go shopping, stuff like that, and I look when trucks or cars or everything, people, men, I'm like that. I'm very aware of my surroundings now. Right. Because, age doesn't make a difference.
No, it doesn't. I mean, people who are younger are more vulnerable, but, if they want someone, they'll find somebody at any age. But that's a very good point, Yolanda, is to just be constantly aware and not paranoid, so where you're
constantly looking,
going
but just
insane.
Just don't let it, be a fly. Oh, well. What are they doing there? Oh, they're probably looking for something. Because, I had that happen to me one time when I was about 19. I was just getting off work. My cousin did not pick me up. I let him use my car. He did not. So I had to walk. And then I seen, I was walking in the nighttime, and I got off at midnight. And I seen this car go ahead of me. That's where and it stopped, and a guy got out, and he was talking to the guys, and I noticed it. I walked across the street. And when I walked across the street, I could hear him yelling something, and I seen a restaurant at a corner. I went into the restaurant.
See, what I find interesting, you did the same thing Lisa did, walk across the street. What persuaded you, or what moved you to walk across the street? What's the point of that?
She told me, when you see something suspicious or, guys, just walk across the street. And, it really helped because the guys in the truck were, right behind me. And if I want to go across the street, then, eventually I would still be going straight and they would, get on me. But I went to across the street and they had to make a U-turn. So I would get further and further home.
So how far away were they from you when you crossed the street? Did you cross in front of them or behind the truck?
I crossed in front of them.
Okay.
And then they made a U-turn, and I was going like not running, but real fast walking. And
why didn't you take off running?
Because I didn't know that they were going to make a U-turn. I turned around, and they're on my side, and that's when I started running. And then I went across the street again, and then we were by this Catholic church, and so we were on the grass. And that's when they came and try to get me.
So just keep crossing the street, because then it's going to make it more difficult for them to get you.
Yeah, because like the street that she crossed is a busy intersection right there.
Oh.
And where I had crossed is a busy intersection. See, so you just can't flip a U-turn. You get hit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, that's very smart, though.
And so when I learned, you know, when I picked up on that, I told her, and good thing I told her that. She probably would have kept walking.
I would.
Oh, really? You would have?
She wouldn't have thought nothing.
Kept running or walking.
You know,
Because see, I didn't even think that. I didn't even think to cross the street, because I just thought, well, take off running or something.
No,
but
you cross the
that's very
street, you got to
smart.
make some kind of, you know.
Don't make it easy, if anything.
Yeah, if anything, you know, and that's what I did. I crossed the street. So when I told her that, I said, you know what, if you ever see a car go in front of you or someone in back of you and it doesn't look normal, cross the street.
What's the most
cross the
important
street.
thing that you learned, or what message do you want to get out there for everybody watching?
I just want to, you know, give out, don't think that nothing will happen to you, and just, you know, at least know some kind of self-defense. Because there's, in this world now, it's real bad. And, and it's like, at least know some kind of defense or take something, because it'll help.
And it can always happen, yeah.
And another thing, not to panic. That's what also helped.
That's
was
very
not to
smart.
panic, because.
But how do you keep yourself from panicking when you're in that state?
Well,
and that's
what
happening?
helped her was because karate keeps you focused.
Right.
Discipline. Yeah.
So keep yourself focused and don't let your mind start
Just
going
go off, you know,
Because
go
once
blank.
you start thinking about other stuff, it's like a lot of going through your mind and stuff, then you'll just get caught up in like, where am I, you know?
Well, because they say, you know, don't panic, but when you get in that state of mind, that's the first thing you tend to do is
you
panic.
eventually panic, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I think that would be very hard to do, is just stay focused, and, you know, because you're having all these things rushing through your
am
mind.
I going to die or this and that?
And
what are they gonna do
adrenaline
with
will
me?
kick in, and that'll also help.
Yeah.
That'll help you get on your side too. And also another important thing is to be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware, you know, what kind of things that you may have on you. If you have house keys or car keys on you, that could help you if something like this were to happen to you. So, you know, make sure that if you see a car or you see guys or whatever, that you kind of have a game planned in your head. Yeah, and make it difficult. Go across the street 20 million times.
You know, if
that's
it
what's gonna
takes that
stop.
much.
Take off running.
Yeah.
You know, yell fire. They say yell fire too, because if you yell fire, if you yell rape or something, people won't want again. But if you yell fire, people, you know, if there's people around, they'll start taking
That's
off
a new
running.
one I haven't heard.
Yeah, so if there's people around, start yelling that. So everybody will go everywhere, and then.
And leave you alone fighting off the attacker?
No, they'll have to go through you.
They have to go through you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much for joining today, you guys.
It was fun.
Thanks.
Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks so much for joining us on Jessica. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, or Yolanda or Lisa, please email me in the email that follows. And be aware out there and be safe. See you next time on Jessica.